right, good morning, everybody. We are live talking all things weather. A couple of storms overnight really produced a lot of rain in San Antonio. About 1 to 2 inches of rain on average in our area overnight, and that fell between about 2 a.m. and 6 a.m., which we'll take a look at in just a second. We have actually some of the rain estimates around the region, and we'll take a look at radar, how active it's going to be later on this afternoon. With daytime heat, that may help produce a couple of showers and maybe 1 or 2 storms in the area by about 4 o'clock today. It's not going to be a lot, but the chance remains at more rain, not just today, but tomorrow and Friday as well. Live look outside shows you what's happening. We have mostly quiet conditions and some breaks in the sky, a mostly cloudy sky. Calaveras Lake showing clear conditions. Our airport camera not up and running at the moment. But yeah, here are some of the rain estimates. It was pretty impressive everywhere, except, maybe towards Eagle Pass and towards like Carrizo Springs, Cotulla. But notice in our area where the rain fell the most, which is perfect, we need it here. We need it in this particular region for the Edwards Aquifer. Anywhere from like northwest San Antonio towards Bandera up into the hill country, that's the contributing zone of the aquifer. That's where rain falls and funnels in to the deepest layers of the aquifer, which helps replenish our water source. We've been in like water restrictions for a while. The aquifer is at a pretty low level right now. Last time I checked, I think it was like 625 feet. The lowest ever is like 612 feet. So we're doing, we should be doing a lot better. But this definitely helps with rain between Uvalde, San Antonio, the hill country. This is just kind of an estimate on what happened earlier this morning. On average, 1 to 2 inches of rain with higher amounts near Uvalde, Campwood, Utopia, and parts of Bandera County. All right, so here's radar. So notice if you are traveling towards Houston, that's where it's a little bit more active. Otherwise, all the other action is moving offshore. Southeast of, let's say, Rockport and Port Aransas. But let's say you are traveling to Houston in the next 30 minutes or an hour, or if you have friends or family in that direction, right, traveling down I-10 eastbound. This is where they're seeing scattered rain, a few thunderstorms, not severe at the moment. But anywhere from Conroe to Spring to Houston, Brenham, Katy, all the way out in Liberty, a couple of storms out there this morning. Big takeaway for the next couple of hours, I would say southeast Texas, western Louisiana, the focal point for some pretty good rain later this afternoon. And all the additional storms are moving offshore, as we talked about. We have sunny conditions, but a mostly cloudy sky, we'll call it. 75 at Stinson, 73 at the airport. We have a little bit of a breeze, 15, 20 miles an hour. Temperature at 68 at Bernie, 75 at Seguin, 75 at Floresville. So we're warming up slowly with the southeast wind from the Gulf. 20 at Del Rio, 22 in Fredericksburg and Kerrville. So it's a little breezy out there at this hour. I wouldn't say windy, but it's breezy. Temperature 73 in the city, 70 at Del Rio. Here's what you can expect today. It's not a slam dunk. It's not 100% chance, but 30 to 40% scattered rain this afternoon, and a couple of those could be, thunderstorms. I wouldn't say severe. We don't have a severe threat this afternoon. The atmosphere has really worked over. All the thunder and lightning and severe, storms that happened overnight really helped stabilize the atmosphere a little bit. So I don't think there's going to be a lot of severe weather this afternoon. I think mostly just kind of scattered showers and just 1 or 2 storms in the area, and we'll show you what that looks like on our future cast. Matter of fact, here it is right here. So temperatures, I would say lower 80s this afternoon. It's going to be pretty seasonal, pretty typical for April standards. And then notice after about 2 o'clock, a couple of isolated showers. Maybe one of those are storms in the area. And this is just a forecast model, so it's just showing you what could happen. So don't pay too close attention on location, but anywhere from here in the city towards Fredericksburg, from Del Rio to Gonzales, from Eagle Pass to Austin, there will be scattered rain and a couple of storms here and there. So there's that chance. And same thing happens tonight between Del Rio, Rock Springs. This particular model paints out a couple of storms out west late tonight after sunset. Reason being, for the next 4 to 5 days, we're in this influence of southwest flow. And what that typically means are just these little disturbances riding the upper level winds. And I think despite this first wave moving through this weekend, or at least Thursday and Friday, and then clearing out by this weekend, we'll have another additional setup by next week. And I think that leads to another wet pattern for the last couple of days of April into early May. So right now, next 7 to 10 days, while it's not going to be all day rain, it's not going to be a lot of rain, but we do have above average rainfall expected through at least the middle of next week. So that's something, that's what we need. Drought is bad. It's exceptional to extreme, so this is perfect. So we have a weather impact alert for this evening and this afternoon, just in case for any scattered rain and isolated thunder showers that pop up. Should not be severe, but that will impact likely some driving around the region. 85 Thursday. This weekend, Fiesta begins officially on Thursday. So, for example, if you're going to Taste of New Orleans, if you're going to Oyster Bake, it's going to be great. 88 on Saturday. There may be a leftover lingering shower for the first half of the weekend. But 92 on Sunday. There may be also a couple of storms late Sunday night to early Monday morning. We'll have to keep an eye on that as well. But last few days of April, next Wednesday, the last day of the month, high near 82 with rain chances continuing into May 2nd and May 3rd. We'll see how much that materializes, just depending on the exact pattern that locks in. But yeah, pretty nice. 83 degrees today, pretty seasonal, pretty comfortable. Just a couple of storms around this afternoon and this evening. And 85 Thursday. And then again, the first weekend of Fiesta looks pretty good with highs near 90 on Saturday and 92 on Sunday.